It was so fun on Monday of this week to escort the kids from their bus onto the campus because as the kids got off the bus, you see these wide eyes and they're all very quiet and they hang together in their group of friends that they're comfortable with. It really looked like they felt intimidated by being on the ASU West Campus. And so I started to talk to them about, have you been here before?
Bianca Vargas? Is there anybody that I did not call their name?
And then as I walked them towards the Sands building where we had our classes, have any of you been to the ASU West Campus before? I would point out what some of the buildings were and talk to them about campus, and it was, again, really interesting to just watch their faces and watch their demeanor. They clearly didn't feel comfortable where they were. So you can come in and have a seat and we'll fix you up with name tags, water bottles. We'll take good care of you.
On day one, the students are quiet and very shy and nervous, and we just laugh because we're like, okay, it's not going to be like this.
It was hard for me because I didn't know. I was shy and nervous because I didn't know what we're going to do, and I didn't know the people. So I thought I wasn't going to make friends, but I made friends at last.
This is the second year with that same group, and every year they're very hands-on with the kids. Obviously, you know, they're professionals, so they're very good with the students. They bring their own ideas, their own expertises to the table. Obviously, it's good for the kids because they get to see someone else besides their normal everyday teacher. Now they get to experience a teacher from, you know, a different school, kind of get a different feeling for how they do things. And they make it fun to where the kids don't think that they're there to, I mean, they're there to learn, they're learning something, but it's done in a way where to them it's more like play, it's more like fun.
Okay, you're going first, so what's going to be your story name?
As far as getting kids into the groove, when they come in kind of reluctant and shy and everything, getting the kids into the groove of engaging in the classes is partly the work of the really talented teachers that we have, but it's also a pretty natural process that happens between these kids. They come with a group from their own school, but immediately they're in a classroom with students from other districts that they never would have met before. By the end of the week, they're treating each other like they're all long-lost friends. They're really supportive of one another.
That's like
what is this one?
That's the style, like how you want it to.
I would do that fast.
My name is Peter Tarowski. I'm a 5th grade teacher. I teach ELL. 5th grade ELL teacher for the Maricopa Unified School District. This is my 2nd summer doing the program. I got involved through my wife. She's been doing it for 3 years, and she told me about it, and it seemed like this is something that I would really enjoy doing, and I tried it out last year, and I had a great time.
Conexiones, one of the strengths is that we've attracted a core of really talented instructors from the area that we give some additional training to implement the Conexiones curriculum. Those teachers are masters at engaging students at all levels of technical expertise.
This is my 2nd year, so it's the same curriculum, so we're pretty familiar with it at this point. Last year was my preparation year. This year was a pretty easy go.
I want to type now.
Most of our students don't have very strong technology skills. They've done some word processing, and they're familiar with how to find things on the internet to an extent, but it's the teachers that really held the keys to unlocking the curriculum for them and engaging them.
Just in that short amount of time, they're so much more comfortable with the technology. At first, you know, they're just really learning the ropes. They're a little hesitant on stuff, but at the last day, you can see how much more confident they are. They were excited about taking a picture. They were excited about letting other people know about them.
Our first project was the bio poems. I think it was fun doing it because we could talk about ourselves, talk about our family, and what we do, what we like. I think it was pretty fun. Me and my friend decided on both of our pictures I asked her if she liked this one, so we decided if she liked this one, and I said yes. We decided on her picture too, so we both decided on our pictures, the one that we liked and the one she liked. And then I do 3 of yours then.
No.
Yeah, because then you did. Okay.
This was my 3rd year going, and every year I've gone and taken a group of kids. I mean, it's always a positive experience. They get to do a lot of the things that they normally wouldn't be able to do because they don't have access to the technology, or just something that they never even thought about doing, you know, using digital cameras and video, and not just taking pictures or taking movies, but actually putting them together, you know, thinking about what they're going to do before they do it, and then presenting it in a more almost professional way, I guess you would say. To them, it doesn't seem like they're in school. It seems like they're out there having a good time. And that's, you know, that's, as a teacher, you always want your kids to think, to learn and think they're not learning, you know what I mean? It just makes it that much more meaningful to them.
Yeah, I'm going to say bacon cheeseburger with that combo too.
Bacon cheeseburger with
Every day in the lunchroom, the lunch staff would compliment how good and respectful the kids were, and it's like, that's a huge compliment, you know, for outsiders to realize how respectful you are.
How do you spell
All the kids really want to be here every day. They're all excited, and it's just a pleasure to work with them. I look forward to it every summer, and I firmly believe what we've taught them this week, they're going to be able to use it, you know, for the rest of their life, and they're going to have a one-up on, at least when it comes to technology. All right, guys, I need you guys to split up in groups of 3. Newsmakers is the most exciting part for me of the program, where they get to go in and edit their newscast, and it's something they've never done before. You know, I know a lot of them have taken digital pictures before, a lot of them used the camcorder before, but none of them ever really made a newscast. So it's real exciting for me to teach it to them.
Okay, why did you choose ASU? How about why did you choose ASU over other universities?
Once they get into the program and they really learn what Newsmaker could do, they're excited about it. They get off and running.
What I liked about Newsmaker is that it had funny things to put on our faces, and working together with new people.
I think we should change this into the last one.
I think it was fun having Maria in our class and with us, because we were laughing about the funny looks that she put on the computer Newsmaker. We were laughing. We had fun with her. We talked about what we're going to do when we grow up, and we told her.
You know, I have to say I'm impressed. They had great questions. They had questions that I really didn't think they would have, especially after talking to the other group. These kids impressed me. They're asking me about how I think I'm going to help out my community once I graduate. They're asking me about questions that I really didn't think they would ask me. They seem really interested.
Do you think it's hard to get a scholarship?
No, as long as you get good grades, as long as you focus or you get involved, or maybe if you're good at playing a sport, you can do it.
She told us that if we get good grades, we'll get scholarships, and that's what I liked, what she told us.
I'm a multicultural student, and I'm also part of Kappa Delta Chi sorority.
Can you tell us about
Kappa Delta Chi is like a club.
A lot of those students, ASU students they met, were them, you know, 6-7 years ago, you know, and I think they could relate to the ASU students we brought to them.
I feel like it's a really good opportunity for them to be able to interact with ASU students like myself and see that it's possible that we can do it.
That's cool.
They were asking real basic questions a lot of time and being surprised by stuff like how much books cost. They didn't really realize they have to buy their own books, or a lot of them weren't aware they could live in a dorm on campus, you know. A lot of them really weren't aware of scholarships, so all that type of stuff was just eye-opening stuff for them, you know.
Hi, my name is Alejandra, and I am here with Maria. I'm with the Conexiones Summer.
We look all real,
Why did you decide to attend?
I had one of the kids ask me, oh, did anybody ever tell you you can't do it? And it makes me look back. I did have people telling me that, and I feel like they're asking me these questions because they're going through that themselves. And just being able to tell them, oh, it doesn't matter if people tell you can't do it. You can. It feels really, really good.
Don't show mine. Yeah, show ours first.
You get to see them all. Okay, can I have your attention, please? Conexiones grew out of a dream that Dr. Sanford Cohn from the School of Education had back in 1991 or 1992, and that was that given a technology-rich environment, students from any kind of background, no matter what the challenges are that they are facing, could blossom, could demonstrate giftedness, and that belief of his has played itself out every year since 1992 when Conexiones started. Think about what you did in 5 days. Who remembers what you did on Monday? It was a long time ago. What did you do on Monday?
The more they worked in projects together, the more they realized that they were coming from the same backgrounds. They may have had the same difficulties with the program. They had fun, and I'm sure some of them are going to be friends, for a longer period of time.
I'm gonna turn off the lights. Yes.
If I had a chance to go to Conexiones again, I would go, and I think it's gonna be easy for me.
One of the students that got my attention from the very beginning was Sheila. Sheila had mentioned to me from the get-go that she wanted to be a teacher. When the kids were working on my future plans are reports, she came and she asked me, Veronica, what school did you say you went to? And I said, U of A.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a teacher because I love working with students, and I sometimes volunteer to help the teachers with their students.
That's where I want to go. I want to go to U of A. And I was like, okay, And she goes, and if not to NAU. Right now, that's what she's saying. It made me feel like, well, I must have inspired her in one way or another.
I had 2 students on Thursday ask me, why can't this be a 2-week program? They're clearly not eager for it to end, considering that these are young guys and girls that just finished an academic year of school, and they're back in an academic program, and they want it to go longer. I think is quite a testimony to the power of technology and engaging students in learning through technology.
I just hope that Conexiones keeps on going strong, because I think it's a very good program. It's a benefit to our students. It's just something different for them to do. Many times without programs like Conexiones or any other program, a lot of these kids wouldn't have the opportunity to do the things or go to the places that otherwise they might not.
I think it's a good program because we can learn more stuff about video cameras and computers. If people don't know how to use them, then they might go to Conexiones and learn more stuff.
Sheila, daughter of Sebeca and David, sister Rialinda, David, Luis, Armando, and Enrique. Clever, energetic, entertaining, and warm-hearted. Who is good at playing and laughing. Who would like to get better at reading and writing. Who cares very much about her best friend. Who's sometimes worried about her baby sister, who one day hopes to become a teacher. Sheila.
This really inspires me, and the kids inspire me. I spent a lot of time with kids yesterday in the classroom and out on the soccer field, and listening to what they have to say about their future and their dreams convinces me that the Conexiones program is on the right path. It's targeting a group of students that are at risk. They have so many obstacles, language being one of them, but poverty being another, and family mobility being another, and yet these students seem to have a pretty clear fix on a better future for themselves through education. That inspires me a lot.
Thank you. I think you're good.